Hello everybody and welcome to week 11 of the BTFL season. We start off with the 08 Cardinals and the 2012 Texans. Matt Schaub starts off the game throwing an interception to on-trail roll. He rolls close to midfield. Matt Leinart, he's got plenty of time, throws it deep to Anquan Bolden, and he has the touchdown. Scores 7-0 in this game. Celebrate there, Matt Leinart. Matt Leinart, he rolls out after the play action, throws it over the middle again to Anquan Bolden, his favorite receiver. And then Leinart rolls out of the pocket, shows off the wheels, and throws to a waiting Anquan Bolden for the touchdown. It's 14-0. No pressure for Matt Schaub. Throws it deep. The jumping catch in the end zone by Kevin Walter. It's a 7-point contest. And then Matt Leinart, the play action fake. He throws it down the field. It's intercepted by Danielle Manning. And Matt Schaub, he finishes that drive off. He returns the favor. Arian Foster's freeze touchdown. It's a tied ball game. Early Doucette, he gets the handoff from Matt Leinart, and he makes it into Texans territory. And then Matt Leinart, he throws it deep to his favorite receiver, Anquan Bolden, an edge. He sets the edge. He gets the touchdown. It's a 7-point contest. Last-ditch effort. Matt Schaub, play action fake. He has no pressure in his face, and he throws an incomplete pass on 4th down, and the Arizona Cardinals add a field goal. They win 24-14.
Chargerdude95, founder of the DSFL 491 Redskins, visit the 09 Saints of the Bayou in New Orleans, and this Redskins offense, which manufactured all 3 first downs for the game, allows for the Saints to get into scoring range. Tim Johnson injures Drew Brees and insert Mark Brunell for a Saints offense that would leave some points on the scoreboard. After this big completion to Robert Meacham, the Saints yet again miss a John Carney field goal. The 22-year kicker out of Notre Dame has 2 misses in just the first half that would come back to haunt New Orleans. Devery Henderson, who has an excellent performance for the Saints, sets up a red zone chance, and John Carney this time squeaks it in, and the Saints take a 3-0 lead. Washington, the top offense in the league, scores on a Ricky Sanders touchdown reception. The veteran from Texas State gives the Redskins a 7-3 lead. All of just 2 yards of carry was manufactured by Ernest Biner, and after this missed field goal, Mark Brunell is back in the ballgame for the Saints and throws this long ball to near the 50-yard line. Then Brunell, on a bootleg right-off play action, dumps it to Robert Meacham, and he strolls inside the 40 before this field goal by Carney would split the uprights. The score is 7-6. We are set for a wild finish in this football game. Leaping catch by Ricky Sanders sets up the touchdown by Ernest Biner, one of the top tailbacks in the BTFL this year. A Redskins team that needs a win. They come in at 4-5 against the Saints at 6-3. 14-6 is our score. This touchdown to Shockey cuts the lead to just 1 after a PAT, but the onside kick is recovered by Biner. Saints do not go for 2 and lose the game 14-13. Redskins had 3 first downs to the Saints 11.
69 Chiefs at 07 Giants. Mike Garrett, he takes the direct snap and he makes it into Giants territory, weaving around. But then on 3rd down, play action fake, Len Dawson would get sacked by O.C. Umenyiora. On the next drive, Len Dawson, he shows off the wheels, getting the ball into Giants territory, but this would lead to a missed Jan Stenerud field goal. Len Dawson, no pressure in his face, he throws it deep to Frank Pitts. But then, Len Dawson is sacked, and it's a fumble recovered by Sam Madison. But then Willie Mitchell would sack Eli Manning, and then he would get sacked again by Buck Buchanan at a field goal range. This would lead to a punt. Len Dawson would throw it deep to Otis Taylor, and Otis makes it into Giants territory. This would lead to a made Stenerud field goal. It's 3-0. Eli Manning, jumping catch by Amani Toomer, and now Ahmad Bradshaw is starting over Brandon Jacobs. He would pound it in for a touchdown. It's a 4-point ball game. Len Dawson, he would throw it deep. Diving catch by Frank Pitts, and they won't catch him today. Big touchdown here by the Chiefs because the game swings in another direction. It's a 3-point lead by the Chiefs. Frank Pitts with the catch over the middle, and Otis Taylor gets the touchdown. It's a 10-point ball game. Willie Lanier and Buck Buchanan both sack Eli Manning, and then the Giants just basically give everything up on 4th down. Mike Garrett would get a touchdown, and the Chiefs would win 24-7. 99 Jaguars had 87 Browns, former division rivals. We have Mark Brunell throwing it over the middle to Jimmy Smith, getting it to midfield. This would lead to a Mike Hollis made field goal. Kozar, he throws it deep this time to Reggie Foghorn Langhorn. He dives to make the catch. This leads to a Jeff Jager field goal. Game is tied. Kozar, he throws an interception to Carnell Lake, and Carnell Lake makes it into Browns territory. Mark Brunell throws it over the middle to Keenan McCardell, making it into the red zone, and after the drive stalled, Hollis would make another field goal. It's a 3-point ball game. Donovan Darius this time, he catches a Kozar interception, but this would lead to a missed Hollis field goal, so it's all for naught. Albus Whitted, he gets the punt return. He fumbles. It's recovered by Ernest Biner, and they won't catch him today. Ernest Biner and the Browns score a special teams touchdown. Mark Brunell, he rolls out of the pocket. He shows off the wheels, making it close to midfield. And then he throws deep to Keenan McCardell. And then James Stewart vultures off of that Keenan McCardell catch. Gerald McNeil, he gets the punt return. He weaves by defenders, and he gets it into Jaguars territory. But Kozar would get sacked. He fumbles, and it's recovered by Dave Thomas, and nobody would catch Dave Thomas today. There isn't a Brown inside the picture, and the Jacksonville Jaguars win 20-10, and they sure up wild card position. 99 Rams at 98 Vikings. Robert Smith comes back from injury. Leroy Hoare did a great job replacing him, but this starts off with Palmer with the punt return. He weaves through defenders. He gets the ball into Rams territory. This would lead to an ironic missed Gary Anderson field goal. Kurt Warner throws it deep, and it's intercepted by Robert Griffith. And then Randall Cunningham, he throws it deep to his Hall of Fame receiver, Chris Carter. No pressure in Cunningham's face. No way the Rams defender could get the ball, and Andrew Glover gets his first touchdown of the season. No pressure in Randall Cunningham's face, but he's intercepted by Keith Lyle. And then on the next drive, Kevin Carter sacks Cunningham in the end zone for a safety. It's 7-2. Marshall Falk taking direct snaps and direct handoffs, making it into Vikings territory. However, Jerry Ball would sack Kurt Warner, and then on 3rd down, John Randall would sack Kurt Warner again. And Jeff Wilkins, he misses a field goal this time. Randall Cunningham, he runs. Run, Randall, run out of the pocket for the first down, but Cunningham would be sacked out of field goal range by Todd Collins. From the 8-yard line, Marshall Falk, he takes the direct snap. He makes it into Vikings territory. He's showing off the speed, the acceleration, and Marshall Falk scores the longest rushing touchdown of the BTFL season this year. Last-ditch effort, Cunningham is intercepted by Billy Jenkins, and the St. Louis Rams upset the Vikings 9-7.
96 Packers at 2000 Ravens. Hi, this is Nick Fargo as Edgar Bennett gets the ball and avoids Ravens defenders all the way to the 35-yard line. Then Brett Favre fits it through a tight window and gets it to Antonio Freeman, who would make his way to the 5-yard line, and then it would set up a Chris Jackie field goal. Brett Favre rolls out to his right and throws another deep pass to Antonio Freeman, who is tackled at the 10, but Brett Favre is sacked by Michael McCrary, and they would have to settle for another Chris Jackie field goal. Trent Dilfer has a clean pocket long enough to get it to Brandon Stokely, who would take it a long way to the 15-yard line, and then Dilfer would get it to Shannon Sharp to give the Ravens the lead. After a Gilbert Brown sack, Priest Holmes would not make it out of the end zone, and there's a safety. Packers retake the lead. Next offensive drive would be even worse as Trent Dilfer fumbles after getting sacked, and it's picked up by Gilbert Gravedigger Brown, who takes it in for a touchdown. Last-ditch effort for the Ravens as Trent Dilfer tosses it, but it's intercepted by Leroy Butler, and the Packers will win a defensive battle here.
91 Lions at 85 Bears. Willie Gault, the great receiver, comes back from injury, but Tom Zach, he gets sacked on the first drive, and it's a fumble recovered by Mark Spindler. Mark Spindler makes it into the end zone. It's a 7-0 lead. This time Rodney Peete, he gets sacked, and it's a fumble recovered by Sean Gale. This time Kevin Butler would miss a field goal. Rodney Peete would throw it deep to his receiver, Robert Clark making it into Bears territory, and then Barry Sanders, the human highlight reel, the human joystick, would make it into the end zone for the touchdown. It's 14-0. Willie Gault would take the ensuing kick return, and he would make it close to midfield. This would lead to a Kevin Butler made field goal this time. It's 14-3. Walter Payton, sweetness. He goes by defenders. Whoop, whoop, making it into the red zone, and after the drive stalled, the field goal would be made by Kevin Butler. Ortego, he would get the punt return, and it's a fumble. Mike would go far, far and away for the return for a touchdown. It's 21-6. Walter Payton, he goes and takes the handoff. He goes down the right side of the field. After the drive stalled, the field goal would be made by Kevin Butler. This time, Walter Payton from inside Bears territory. Lions defenders are falling at the back of his heels, and he would make it into the end zone for a touchdown. Bears need to recover an onside kick. They do. Lions might be in trouble here. Walter Payton, he takes the direct snap. Sweetness has one hell of a ball game. However, Benny Blades would end the drive for the Bears. Lions win 21-16 on the upset.